Hey everyone, Correct Genes here, and I have another interesting lock today. This is the Tostem DN, also equivalent to the Miwa PS. Let's see, some of these keys actually have Miwa written on them. Here we go. This is a very similar lock to the Miwa U9 in that it is a wafer lock with rotating wafers that interact with a sidebar. So it has wafers along the length of the lock, a sidebar on the bottom, and a pivot for the wafers on the top. And the wafers rotate either off to the right or to the left, and the gates on the bottom of the wafers interact with the sidebar. And we'll hopefully get a look at that when we get the lock open later. Unlike the Miwa U9, this lock interacts with, as you can see, dimples. And these dimples don't necessarily move up and down like most dimples. They kind of move like from the bottom left up to the top right. And you can kind of see this. I'm going to focus on the key itself. A normal dimple key is going to have just sort of a scoop in front of the key, but you can see this one sort of pushes from the center outwards. And so that needs to be taken into account when we pick, and that's going to affect how we locate wafers and the direction that we need to put pressure on them. There are 7 wafers inside of this lock. You can only see 6 dimples, but there is an additional wafer right here between these, which is just max lift, and it doesn't even have a cut on the key. There is a shutter in this lock, but fortunately it doesn't really get in the way. So without further ado, let's get it clamped up and picked. Alright, here we go. Now, I've never managed to pick this thing quickly, but hopefully this will be an exception. This lock has the unfortunate aspect of its wafers being very difficult to locate when they're high cut and even low cut. And binders are difficult to identify just because everything is inside of profile wafers. And because with a dimple pick, you lever off of the inside of the lock, it means that you're looking for jiggling wafers inside of a lock body consisting of jiggling wafers. It does not make for a good combination. Okay, I got some clicks off of 1 and 2 on the right. Just got 2 out of a false gate. Couple serrations. Alright, not getting anything on 3, 4, and 5. 1 is loose. I think I got a click at him on the first pass. It wasn't that audible. Nice click at it too. Got a nice core turn. 1 is binding. Click. Alright, I think he's loose. 1 is loose. 3 is binding. Feels like he's in a false gate, so I'm going to rotate back for him. Okay, got him. Felt like I dropped something though. Feels like 4 is also in a false gate. Okay, got him. Alright, 5 might be past it. Alright, let's find out what we dropped. Feels like we lost some progress on 2. Let's push him over a little bit. 1 on the left. Dropped into a serration, got him. 2 feels alright. Alright, 1 is still loose. Two feels out of reach. I think that was 3. Let's try to get 2 at a different angle here. Yep, he's binding. I don't really have any leverage from this direction, though, is the issue. Let's try a hook. Felt some binding on 3, 4, and 5. So there might be a little bit left to go on those. Oh, that was a click on 1, actually. Got a little nice core turn out of it. So I got an itch. Okay, that was a couple clicks on 2. Get something a little bit stiffer. Yeah, no, that one's not good. I'll just go back to the hook. Okay, I think he is binding. It's just this tiny little nub up in the corner that I have to work with here. Right there. Oh. Don't lose him now. Alright, got a little click. Gotta find him again. Another little click. Where'd you go? The target's getting smaller. He's there, all right. I have to release tension as I do this. And it is a little bit tricky. Right there. Come on. Sounded like I might have dropped something, so let's go check that real quick. Okay, left one. F2. Alright, we're back in that false set. I think we're as deep as we were before. Let's try to find this last guy one more time here. Come on, where are you? It feels like we got some stuff in the back again. Yep. Okay, that was 5, I believe, or 4. Alright, let's get back in there with the hook. It's taking a little longer than I would like, but it is what it is. Got him. Didn't even click. So a little bit left to go. Alright, let's see if we can't get this guy. So I wanted to leave the shutter on there, so all the extra stuff around the lock is still locked back up. Is still there. Alright, so this has very similar internals to the Miwa U9. Sorry if that's a little bright. So it has very similar internals to the Miwa U9, which means what I'm going to do is I'm going to partially gut this, and then I'm going to cut the camera, and then I'm going to fully gut it for you. Just because fully gutting it is a little bit of a process and it takes a little while. Alright, let's get these big screws off first. Oop. Sorry about that. I don't want to give you guys motion sickness. This one on the right has some bad threads on it, and it's a little bit tricky to get out. There we go. Fancy little small screwdriver here. Forgot I had this thing, but then found it when I was looking around for screwdrivers small enough to get at these things. Alrighty. That whole little thing comes out. Here is the basic core of the lock here. There is something in here that blocks the sidebar from coming out without the key. There we go. So if you've watched my U9 video, this is going to look very familiar because it's pretty much exactly the same, with the main difference that it operates on dimples. As you can see the sidebar here. I didn't put a pinning match on just because like it didn't seem like it would help very much for this part. Alright, there go the springs. Alrighty. So you can see here all those false gates and the true gates that are there when the key is in. So yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, this is basically the same thing as the U9. I think the false gates have a slightly different shape. And there are a few more serrations and also a few more false gates. But other than that, it's basically the same lock. So what I'll do now is cut the video. I'm going to show you this operating a couple more times, try to get it without glare. So I'll cut the video now and go ahead and take this fully apart, and I'll show you the main difference being how these wafers interact with the dimple on the key. I'll also give a good look at the keyway. You couldn't really see it through that shutter. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get these wafers out, and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, some bad news. I'm not going to be fully gutting this lock just because this lock is significantly more difficult to get than the U9 was. Various things about it are making it extra annoying. In fact, this little plunger came out again. Hang on, let me just... Anyway, yeah, this lock is just significantly more annoying to gut than the U9, and I have a feeling that if I try to gut this fully, it will never get back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and just not do that. Sorry. The best I can show you once I get this rod back in. Yeah, like all the springs are separate from the wafers in this one, and it's a whole thing. But you can see this isn't actually an active wafer. This is in the back, and you can see it sort of below where all the other ones are. But you can see sort of this little dimple here, which, if I get the key in, sort of manually turn that back. You can see it gets sort of pushed up by the key like that, and that's how it operates. And then of course, this one doesn't have gates in the bottom, but it normally would. So yeah, I guess on that note, that's about it. let's see what else is there to say about this. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get all these springs back in. Fuck this. That did not go well. I've been messing with this thing for a little while now. Yeah. So hopefully I can get this thing back together. It's not something you guys have to worry about though. That's entirely my problem. Yeah, sorry I didn't get it all the way open because I would be down one lock. But yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Have a good one.